Hello beautiful all, I'm so excited to see you again, especially this week because I'm going to show you how to make this phenomenal fade wrinkles away cream mask, and you're going to love it. And I hope you're using your serum and your facial spritzer. If you're not, don't forget to check out those videos. And before I sit down, thank you to the person out there who said, I like that cute little dress. It was £4 in a charity shop. Rocking the shoes there, those were £7. But anyway, we're not here to talk about fashion. Let's sit down and make this amazing recipe. So, because I really wanted to show you this at a stove, but I can't show it to you at a stove because I can't get the angle right with the camera. So you're going to have to see it here and visualize now. So here, in this little pan, I placed some water. It was boiled, and then on top a plate which I left until the substance, whatever we had in here, melted. And what we had in there was petroleum jelly. You know, petroleum jelly, you can buy it like for, $1.50 or something. So, and we want this in lots of beauty products. And now I'm going to have to be fast as well, because if I'm not, that is going to go hard before I get the rest done. So let's do it back to front. We don't mind, we're used to doing things back to front. Let's do it back to front, and then I'm going to explain to you why it's so amazing for your skin and why it's going to work. So there is your melted petroleum jelly, of which we have 2 teaspoons now melted. Over here, I have an egg yolk. Now, I use biological eggs for products like this, but just because I think we're worth it. And then we're going to use, as always, a carrier oil. Now, you could use, if you could use jojoba, you could use sweet almond oil. But this week in this, because I love it as well for my particular skin, and for older women it's great, but even the young ones are going to love it. So we're going to put a tablespoonful of argan oil into the egg. Now, I've still got my spoons and I'm still very excited, but then apparently I do have this very excitable nature. I mean, friends, when they go out with me, so it's like being out with a 5-year-old, because I've got these squealishly delighted with every flower and every smell and every butterfly. But what can you do? That's who I am. So now we've got the egg and we've got the oil, but we haven't finished yet. We're going to add 1 drop of geranium oil. So we've said this is a great oil, essential oil for most skin types. So 1 drop, and don't put more in there. You know, you're not going to get better results. You get better results just putting the 1 in, and you will smell it. So that's very nice, isn't it? We're doing well. But we've got 1 last ingredient, and that is honey. Now, this, of course, oh my God, honestly, I mean, just the smell of this honey is amazing. This one is infused with lavender, and you know that also lavender is very good for your skin. So in here, I am going to add a spoonful of honey. There we are. And then what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take this, which fortunately is still fine, you can still use it beautifully, and I'm going to pour it in to here, okay? This is easy so far, isn't it? Now, I made one of these the other day, and I used a wooden spoon. And to be honest, I wasn't really happy with the consistency. And what I really want is like a tiny little whisk, a tiny little one, but I don't know where I'm going to find one of those. So I'm going to go back to the old-fashioned fork, and I am going to give this a nice whip so that it becomes a homogeneous texture. Now, when I have finished putting it in a little pot that you'll be putting yours in. I am going to show the one I did the other day, and I'm going to tell you why it's so amazing and how to use it. So let's give this a little bit more of a stir. Yes, that's coming along. Quite happy with this now. There we are. And there we are. So this, okay, we are now going to, this is about the size of the little jar you want to use. And, you know, if you haven't got one, you can buy them in the pharmacy. You know, they have all those things for when you go on your travels. Well, you'll find lots of things like this. So about this size, it could be a bit deeper, a bit smaller. You know, you use your own imagination. And then what we're going to do, we are going to put this in this pot. There. I actually promised a friend of mine I'd give her this one when I made it. You know, that's the trouble with making these recipes and products. You know, the girlfriend saying, oh, when you do that show, when you do your next episode, can I please have it? Can I have it? Because I know you probably got one. And so, this is what I do most of the time, but I love it. So, here we are. So, I'm going to not cheat her. I should just give her the rest of this. Here it is. Now, that's it. Now, look how simple that looked, and look how pretty it looks. That one, this one's better than the one I tried with a wooden spoon, honestly. So, we're going to close this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the fridge afterwards, because we want it all to cool down. Now, here we go. I'm going to explain it to you. This is the one I made the other day, and I've already used it twice because of the egg yolk. Remember, you're only going to have 4 or 5 days life, and that's why you don't make a big quantity of it. But let's just look at what it's got in there. That egg yolk is a nutritional power station. It's got zinc, it's got proteins, it's got vitamin A, it's got vitamin B. That means it's going to hydrate and nourish your skin. It's going to soften fine lines. And what more do you want from an egg yolk? Okay, and of course the argan oil. Well, if you don't know, read my article on my website. And then the geranium oil, of course. The honey, again, is going to work with all of that. It's one of the really good foods for the skin. So combined now, and one of my tips, I've always said this for years, that, you know, when you go to bed at night and you put your eye cream on or whatever, this is an eye cream mask, but it's different, and your eye cream on, dab a tiny little bit of petroleum jelly just there, because it's going to seal it in, otherwise it's just going to disappear into your pillow. So this now, I'm going to show you it on my hand. This mixture, when it goes on, this is how it is. And what's going to happen is that the egg, the honey, the oil, and the geranium are all going to go deeply into the skin, and they're going to be taken into the skin by the petroleum jelly. So it becomes an incredible mask, which it is. Now, you can use this all around your eyes, and don't forget this part as well. Don't forget out here. But also, why not be smart? What about these little lines we get here? I know. We know, work it down there, work it down the lines, and work it, why not, around the top of the lips and around it. And that you leave on for as many hours you like. You can leave it on for 2 hours, 3 hours. Sometimes I leave it on 4 hours if I'm at home in the evenings. So that, as I said, you'll get probably 4 uses out of it. It means you're going to do it every day. You've got to be good. And that's it. That's the life of it. Then maybe do it again next month. Anyway, I know the results of these things because I've been using them for quite a long time, and I've been in this profession of advising people for too many years to mention now. But on that note, I'm going to leave you for today, and I very much look forward to seeing you again soon, when next time we're going to look at the other advantage of eggs, but next time as in egg white masks. Till we talk again, stay blessed.